Hey Aquarius, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do a weekly reading for you for June 1st through June 8th. All right, so this week we're going to take a look at subconscious, yours and your person's. All right, so we're going to start off with the Lenormand cards here. All right, so the purple Lenormand cards are for you. The red are for your person. Whoops. All right, so let's see. Subconscious for Aquarius and their person. And then we'll clarify with tarot, okay? All right, so let's see. So purple is you. We have the message, the letter, which means communication. We have the ring. And we have the mice. All right. So very clearly here, there's a deep bond that you feel, okay, in your subconscious with this person, all right, which is true, all right. It's based in love, okay, and it's something that gives you a lot of stress. The mice, what do mice do? They gnaw at things. They gnaw away at things, right? So it's like, in your subconscious, this connection gnaws at you. It causes undue stress. And so we have a bond and we have stress, and then we have the message, which is about communication. So there's something about communication here that is stressful to you, okay? Either a lack of communication or a certain communication that that this person spoke to you. You might be waiting for communication, or it's about communication that's already happened about this connection. What's going on with your person? We have the rider. We have the scythe. And look at that. We have the ring. Okay, so for this person, all right, the rider is also an indicator of a message. So that could be the communication that we're talking about here, all right? The rider can also be about an extramarital affair. So it could have been, for you, it could have been something about communication about an affair. Being that this rider shows up on this person's side, you are probably the third person, if that's what's going on here, all right? The scythe indicates that something was cut away, okay? And I feel like this person made you feel that they were cutting away this bond. They were cutting away this connection. All right. This person also has the ring. This person does feel a deep bond with you. I feel like they're trying to, subconsciously, they're trying to cut it away. For Lenormand, okay, the middle card always has the most significance. All right. So the fact that the scythe, or this hatchet that you kind of cut away at wheat, is in the middle, I feel like this person, subconsciously, they know that they cut this off. They know that they cut this away. It could have been because they didn't want to be seen as a cheater. But this person is bonded to you. I feel like that bothers them. That's something that they might be trying to eliminate. I don't feel like they're doing a good job at it, though. All right, so let's clarify with tarot here. All right, so I want some clarification on this letter, which is about communication for you, and I want clarification on the ring, which is the bond. For this person, I want clarification on the scythe and on the ring. All right, judgment. So remember, we're talking about your subconscious. So whatever the communication was, I feel like at your core, you wanted the communication to be about reconciliation, right? You wanted it to be about reconciliation, about coming back together. And Magician, this is what you think about more than anything, is reconciling with this person, even if you're appearing as though you do not want that, okay? Magician tells me that's what is dominating your thoughts. One more. Knight of Cups. You have a lot of pent-up feelings that you haven't shared, okay? Knight of Cups is about secret love. Secret love is coming over the rider. I feel like this is frustrating you, that you feel like if this person cuts you off, it feels like you've got a lot pent up and it bothers you. The scythe for this person. Look at that. What did this person cut away? They cut away their emotional happiness. They cut away their emotional fulfillment when they cut you off. Okay? So many times, you know, when we're in this energy, okay, you know, you feel like this is happening to you, right? But what this person did to themselves was way worse. Way worse. They cut away what they felt was 10 of Cups for them. What else? Wheel of Fortune. So not only did they cut away what they thought was emotional fulfillment, which they knew that they had with you, they also feel a destined pull towards you on top of it. And then we have the Hierophant. So for this person's subconscious, you know, Hierophant, card of Taurus, you know, they're really looking at their core values, okay? You know, this might have started off as, you know, a third party, and I'm sorry that third parties come up, but generally speaking, a third party is just a way of saying that somebody either fell in love with somebody that technically they weren't supposed to. I mean, I don't think anybody purposely goes after that situation. I really don't. Maybe some do. I don't know, but it's kind of out of my scope to think that. So, this person is looking at their core values. They might be looking at a marriage Hierophant. Okay, it's forcing them to really look at what they have. And, you know, is it offering them any fulfillment anymore? You know, the car that you drove 15 years ago is probably not the car that you want to drive today. The shoes or the dress or the makeup or the hairstyle that you had 10 or 15 years ago probably isn't what you want today. And why is that? Because you have evolved. You have grown. And you don't want your hair to be permed. Sorry. And, you know, honestly, I don't even think 15 years ago people were perming their hair actually, but it's just a funny analogy to me, right? So yeah, I feel like this person truly is looking at, you know, what they value, what they valued 10, 15, 20 years ago isn't necessarily what they value now. You know, and I feel like so many times that's the core of why third parties happen. You know, and that's why, you know, again, I don't demonize anybody in those situations because, you know, usually there's enough people to demonize them or demonize you where you don't have to hear that from me. And it's just not about that. You know, there's probably nothing in your life that you had 10, 15, 20 years ago that you have today that, I don't know. I mean, there are, you know, obviously children and animals, you know, those things, you know, go on forever. More so than relationships. Relationships end all the time. Friendships end all the time. Have you ever had a friend that suddenly it just didn't feel right? Suddenly you just didn't click anymore? And, you know, you both move on kind of quietly and suddenly you're not talking as much. It's because you've outgrown it. You know, like work friends, right? You think you have so much in common with somebody that you work with, but really all you have in common is work. And you find when you move on from that job, you don't really have anything in common anymore. And they really weren't necessarily a friend, but they were somebody to bounce things off of about work at work. All right, let's look at the bond here. Queen of Cups, exactly. Okay, Queen of Cups, you guys know, Queen of Cups is unconditional love. Okay, it can be very, very emotional. It can be on the positive side. It can be, you know, in the melancholy way. And I feel like for you, I feel like this is a melancholy Queen of Cups. You know, she's looking at that cup like, what can I do to get that back? What can I do to get this bond back? Well, the bond isn't broken, okay? It's still there. Let's see what we have for this ring over here. All right, so we have the Death card, which is card of Scorpio. So, you know, I feel like this person knows that, you know, I mean, they cut away this connection. They know they put an ending in the physical world to this bond. But what's actually happening because they put an end to this is the bond is transforming. The world, right? The cycle, whatever cycle the two of you were in is ending, is changing, okay? What's it moving towards? Coming together. 3 of Pentacles. All right? So this is not over. This is not over by a long shot. And whatever you think you're going through, I feel like this person is going through more, and they did it to themselves. And that's why I always say don't fear rejection, because the rejector usually goes through more than the rejectee when you really, really look at it. Let's pull one for the mice for you. The Fool. So what are you stressing about? You're stressing about the unknown. Okay? And if you want to do yourself a favor, allow the unknown to just unfold. Instead of worrying about it, worrying about what's going to happen. Okay? Strength, exactly. If you're afraid of the unknown, you can find strength in knowing that it'll all work out. It'll all work out the way it's supposed to. One more. Knight of Swords. I feel like ultimately this person is going to have a moment where they realize, based on the energy that they've created out of this situation, out of cutting something away because they thought they were supposed to, that energy is circulating within them. And I feel like it's gonna cause somebody to come flying back into your life unexpectedly. And because you had the strength to allow the unknown to unfold the way it's supposed to, I feel like this energy is coming towards you. One more. Tower. Yeah. Unexpected. You don't have to stress or worry about this at all. This person carries the burden. Because if they weren't truthful with you, or they cut away somebody or cut off a bond because they thought they were supposed to versus following their heart, then they're feeling the impact of that. Let them feel it. Let them feel it. Okay? You have no worries here. This person's going to figure it out. But this is not a situation where, you send a text in the middle of the night or you call this person. Let them figure it out, honestly. All right, so what is happening here? What's coming? All right, so we have occupation and we have main male. Okay. So occupation, I feel like, occupation stands for work, right? So this could be somebody that you work with, but more importantly, I feel like this is saying that a main male or a main masculine wants to work on this. Subconsciously, they want to work on this. And subconsciously, you love this person. I feel like they love you. 10 of Cups, they want to come together. And, I feel like you will get, depending on how you feel, you're going to get an out of the blue surprise from this main male who wants to show you that they want to make this work. But this is what is going on in the subconscious right now. This is where we find the truth. All right, Aquarius, that is what I have for you for this week. If you are looking for a personal reading, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always here for you. Otherwise, I will talk to you next time. All right? All right, thanks. Much love.